Virgo, have you ever felt like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders? That constant pressure to be perfect, to meet every expectation, your own and others? If this resonates with you, know that you're not alone. The cosmos is sending you a message right now, urging you to release that relentless self-criticism and step into a place of healing and self-compassion. Right now, the planets are aligning in a way that magnifies your natural tendencies, bringing both an opportunity for growth and a challenge to overcome. The energy around you may be amplifying your insecurities, making you feel as though you're constantly falling short. But here's the truth: this feeling of inadequacy is not a reflection of your worth, but rather a call to reflect and grow. By embracing the gentle whispers of the universe, you have the chance to heal and transform how you see yourself. The stars are guiding you toward a brighter, more peaceful path. It's time to break free from the chains of perfectionism and allow yourself the grace to simply be. Virgos, you are often seen as the sign that carries the weight of perfectionism with grace. You are known for your meticulous attention to detail, your ability to analyze situations, and your desire to improve not just the world around you, but also yourself. But, like every strength, these traits can sometimes become overwhelming. When you seek flawlessness in everything you do, it can create a constant internal pressure that leads to anxiety and self-criticism. The way you judge yourself so harshly is often rooted in a deep sense of responsibility, but also a fear of not measuring up either to your own high standards or to the expectations you feel the world has placed on you. What's interesting, though, is that this energy isn't just about the things you want to improve. It's deeply connected to the way you interact with yourself. At its core, Virgo's tendency to be self-critical is a challenge that many Virgos are now called to address, not because there's something wrong with you, but because this habit of self-judgment has been amplified by the stars. The recent planetary alignments are pushing these patterns to the surface, asking you to finally acknowledge them. You might feel like the pressure is heavier right now, the doubts more persistent, and the weight of imperfection more intense, but it's in this exact moment that the universe is offering you an invitation to release the chains of self-criticism and open your heart to self-compassion. While this might feel uncomfortable, it's important to understand that this amplified awareness of your own imperfections is not punishment from the universe. It's simply a reflection of your journey and an opportunity for healing. This may manifest as intense feelings of inadequacy or even the nagging sense that you're being left behind, despite your best efforts. Your critical inner voice might be louder than usual, telling you that you're not enough or that you're falling short. And yet, this isn't a reflection of your true self. It's simply a symptom of the energy that is at play in your life right now. In fact, when you recognize this as a temporary phase, rather than something permanent or intrinsically wrong with you, it becomes clear that this energy is not an obstacle, but a stepping stone. It's the perfect time to reflect on where these patterns of self-doubt began. Was there a time when you internalized the idea that being imperfect or making mistakes was unacceptable? Was there a particular experience that made you feel less than? These feelings of inadequacy can sometimes stem from external influences, perhaps family dynamics, societal pressures, or past relationships. And though it may feel like a part of your identity, it's important to understand that this tendency to scrutinize yourself doesn't define you. It's simply a behavior you've learned, and now, it's time to unlearn it. As we turn to the cards for guidance, we can see how these energies are influencing your current path. The Five of Pentacles appears, reflecting the feelings of lack and scarcity that may be clouding your perception. This card invites you to acknowledge the emotional and mental challenges you're facing, but also to recognize that the light is much closer than you think. You might feel like you're in a place of emotional isolation, perhaps feeling unsupported or even disconnected from your own abilities. But the Five of Pentacles doesn't just speak to physical hardships. It's about feeling unworthy, unseen, or disconnected from the abundance that already surrounds you. At the core of the Five of Pentacles is a perception, the belief that you are lacking or insufficient in some way. And this is where the real healing starts. When you allow yourself to acknowledge these feelings without judgment, you open yourself up to the possibility of healing. You see, what's important to understand here is that these feelings of lack are not necessarily rooted in reality. More often than not, they are born out of the distorted lens of perfectionism, where you focus on what you think is missing instead of what's already present in your life. In reality, there's much more support, love, and abundance available to you than you may realize. But if your mind is clouded with thoughts of not being enough, it becomes harder to see what's right in front of you. The universe wants to shower you with blessings, but you first have to open yourself up to receive them. Now, as you reflect on these messages, consider how this energy has impacted your perspective. Perhaps there's an area in your life where you've been so focused on what isn't working that you've overlooked all the things that are flourishing. This could apply to your relationships, your career, or your personal growth. It's easy to fall into the trap of focusing on what's missing, but the key is to shift your focus and begin recognizing all the ways in which you're already supported and thriving. By acknowledging your feelings of lack, but not allowing them to dictate your life, you begin to create space for abundance. This is where healing begins, in the recognition that your value isn't tied to perfection, but to your ability to grow, learn, and continue moving forward, even in moments of uncertainty. As we explore the second card, the Four of Cups, it's clear that past influences have shaped your current feelings of dissatisfaction or disconnection. You might look back on past experiences and see them through a lens of missed opportunities or unfulfilled potential. The Four of Cups speaks to a sense of apathy or emotional withdrawal, where you might have been offered something beautiful, but you were too focused on what was wrong to accept it. Perhaps there were opportunities for growth or moments of joy that you overlooked because you were caught in your inner world of self-criticism. This is a common pattern for Virgos, who are often so focused on analyzing and perfecting every detail that they miss the bigger picture. It's as if you're so busy trying to make everything just right that you forget to fully embrace the present moment. The Four of Cups gently asks you to reflect on these missed opportunities, not with regret, but with understanding. By doing so, you can recognize how these past patterns are affecting your present mindset. This card invites you to shift your perspective, to look beyond what's imperfect and see the opportunities for growth and joy that are right in front of you. In the context of Virgo's energy, this card speaks directly to your tendency to focus on flaws and imperfections, which can often lead to disengagement or emotional withdrawal. It's a reminder to reframe the way you approach life's challenges. Instead of getting stuck in self-doubt or dwelling on past mistakes, look at the possibilities that await you. The Four of Cups encourages you to open your heart again, to receive the good things that life has to offer. Only when you allow yourself to embrace opportunities with an open heart can you begin to transform your perspective and release the weight of self-criticism. Next, the Star card emerges as a beacon of hope and healing, inviting you to see the potential for renewal and peace in your life. After the heavy energy of self-doubt and perceived lack, the Star offers a promise of brighter days ahead. This card speaks to your inherent ability to heal, to find balance, and to reconnect with your inner light. For Virgos, who are often so focused on improvement and perfection, the Star is a reminder that healing comes not from striving, but from embracing your true self, flaws and all. The Star invites you to believe in the beauty of your journey, to trust that your hard work and dedication are leading you to a place of inner peace and fulfillment. What's crucial here is that the Star reminds you of your power to change your relationship with yourself. It's about moving away from self-criticism and instead focusing on nurturing your inner being. The Star offers the opportunity to tap into your natural Virgo qualities, your analytical mind, your attention to detail, and your desire to improve, but to use them in a way that serves you, not diminishes you. The key message here is that you don't need to be perfect to be worthy of love, success, and happiness. In fact, embracing your imperfections is the first step to unlocking your true potential. The Star's energy is all about self-acceptance and faith in the future. It asks you to trust that, even after periods of darkness, light will return. It encourages you to open yourself to hope and optimism, knowing that there are blessings on their way to you. When you embrace this energy, you align yourself with the flow of abundance and opportunities that are waiting to come into your life. And by doing so, you not only heal the wounds of self-doubt but also empower yourself to create a life filled with purpose, joy, and fulfillment. As we move into the Judgment card, we turn our attention to the external influences that are currently at play in your life. The Judgment card often speaks to moments of reckoning, of evaluation, and of feeling as though you are under scrutiny. For Virgos, this energy can be particularly intense, as you are often deeply aware of how others perceive you. The desire to be seen as competent and capable can create a sense of pressure, especially if you feel like you're being judged or criticized by the world around you. But the Judgment card holds a deeper message. It's not about external validation, but about your own awakening. It asks you to listen to your inner voice rather than getting caught up in the judgments of others. There may be times when you feel like you are being evaluated by those around you, whether it's in your personal life or your career. This pressure can make you feel like you have to prove yourself, to meet the expectations of others in order to feel worthy. However, the Judgment card encourages you to rise above the external noise and turn inward. Your true worth lies not in the opinions of others but in your own self-perception. This card is a reminder that you have the power to evaluate your own life and make decisions based on your own values. It's about finding freedom from external pressures and choosing to define yourself on your own terms. For Virgos, this is an empowering message. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. The judgment you seek is the one that comes from within, rooted in your own truth and inner wisdom. As you continue on this journey of self-discovery and growth, it's essential to embrace the messages being offered by the cosmos and the cards, especially when it comes to shifting your mindset. One of the most powerful tools at your disposal, Virgo, is mindfulness. This practice is not only a way to bring yourself into the present moment, but it also helps you step away from the critical, judgmental patterns that so often cloud your thoughts. When you immerse yourself in mindfulness, you allow space for acceptance and compassion to flow naturally. Mindfulness isn't just about being aware of the present moment. It's about gently noticing your thoughts without attaching judgment or criticism to them. You've likely spent so much time analyzing every decision, every detail, and every outcome in an attempt to achieve perfection. But, in doing so, you've inadvertently cultivated a mental environment that doesn't leave room for mistakes or growth. Instead of seeing yourself as a person capable of making errors and learning from them, you may have fallen into a pattern of seeing mistakes as a direct reflection of your worth. This need not be the case anymore. Mindfulness, however, offers you a fresh perspective, one that doesn't seek perfection but rather understanding and patience. When you become aware of your thoughts, especially the critical ones, you begin to loosen their grip over you. You no longer allow these thoughts to define who you are or how you should be. Instead, you observe them from a place of neutrality, letting them come and go like clouds in the sky. This approach teaches you that you are not your thoughts, they are simply fleeting visitors. It's through this practice that you begin to see yourself with greater clarity. You learn to embrace imperfections, seeing them not as flaws, but as opportunities for growth. With mindfulness, you can step back from the pressure of needing to get everything right and embrace a sense of peace in simply doing your best, without the expectation of perfection. This shift from perfectionism to progress is liberating. It allows you to flow with the rhythms of life, accepting its natural ebbs and flows, without feeling like you need to control every outcome. As we turn to the influence of the Judgment card in your life, it becomes clear that this is a powerful turning point for you, Virgo. The Judgment card signifies not just external pressures but a deeper, internal awakening. While it's easy to feel like the world is evaluating you or judging your every move, the true invitation of this card is to evaluate yourself based on your own values and inner truths. You've spent so much time worrying about how others perceive you, whether it's in your career, your relationships, or within your community. But now is the time to refocus that energy inward, to listen to your own inner voice, and to determine who you are based on your own terms. not the opinions or expectations of others. This process of self-evaluation can feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you've spent much of your life trying to gain external approval. But there's power in realizing that the only judgment that truly matters is the one that comes from within. When you allow yourself to be guided by your own compass, you free yourself from the shackles of others' expectations. It's not about disregarding the input of others but learning to use their feedback as a tool for growth, rather than a measure of your worth. By embracing this internal awakening, you can start to shift from seeking validation to fostering self-confidence. This is not a journey that requires perfection, but one that requires patience, compassion, and the courage to trust yourself. The more you tune into your intuition and inner wisdom, the more aligned you become with your true purpose. The Judgment card calls you to rise above external pressures and to acknowledge the truth that has always lived inside you. You are worthy, capable, and deserving of all that you desire. Following the Judgment card, we come to a pivotal moment of introspection, represented by the Hermit. The Hermit is a symbol of solitude, inner guidance, and self-reflection. While you are being called to rise above external judgments, there is also a need to retreat from the noise and distractions of the outside world. The Hermit's message is clear: it's time to step back and look within. In a world that constantly demands more, it's crucial to take a moment to center yourself, to reconnect with your inner light and wisdom. This period of reflection may feel daunting at first, especially for a Virgo who is used to being constantly on the go and involved in others' lives. But the Hermit's energy is about finding strength in solitude, in stillness, and in the quiet moments where clarity arises. During this time of introspection, the most valuable insights often come when we are free from distractions. This is when you can truly listen to your heart, your soul, and your intuition. The noise of the outside world, with its opinions and expectations, fades away, allowing you to hear your inner voice more clearly. The Hermit doesn't call for isolation out of fear but invites you to withdraw temporarily in order to gain deeper understanding. It's an opportunity to align with your authentic self, to discern your values, and to make decisions that reflect your truest desires. Embracing this solitude, Virgo, will also teach you the importance of self-nurturing. It's not about being alone forever, but about learning how to take care of yourself in ways that go beyond external validation. Solitude, when embraced properly, becomes a powerful tool for growth. Through journaling, meditation, or simply taking quiet walks in nature, you'll find the space you need to understand your inner landscape. This process of introspection will reveal to you the answers to the questions you've been asking, as well as give you the courage to move forward with clarity and conviction. As we continue to reflect on the cards, it's important to remember that the path you are on is one of self-healing and empowerment. The journey from self-doubt and criticism to self-compassion and self-acceptance isn't always linear. There will be moments when you feel overwhelmed, when the old patterns of perfectionism creep back in. But it's during these moments that you must remember the wisdom of the star. The star, as a card of hope, invites you to trust in the process. It reassures you that, no matter how challenging things may seem right now, there is always a path forward, illuminated by the light of your own resilience and inner strength. When you embrace the energy of the star, you begin to see the world through a lens of optimism and possibility. You understand that healing is not about achieving perfection, but about allowing yourself to grow and evolve in a way that is authentic to who you truly are. This journey is not about removing all flaws, but about recognizing that your imperfections are part of your beauty and strength. The more you accept yourself with love and kindness, the more you will naturally attract the positive energy and opportunities that the universe has in store for you. At the heart of this transformation lies a powerful truth: you don't need to prove your worth to anyone, least of all yourself. Your inherent value has never been tied to your achievements or your ability to meet impossible standards. It has always been there, just waiting for you to recognize it. The star reminds you that, in the darkest of times, you are never alone. The universe is guiding you, supporting you, and encouraging you to trust in the process of growth and renewal. As you continue on this path of healing, remember that you are worthy of all the love, joy, and abundance that life has to offer. Embrace your journey, and trust that you are on the right path, even when it feels uncertain. In conclusion, Virgo, your journey is one of profound self-discovery and transformation. The challenges you face, though difficult, are offering you the opportunity to grow and heal in ways you may have never imagined. Through the power of mindfulness, the wisdom of the Judgment card, and the solitude of the Hermit, you are being invited to release the old patterns of self-doubt and embrace a future where you stand strong in your own truth. The Star card assures you that there is always hope, and that by trusting in yourself, you will continue to shine brighter with each passing day. Let this be the moment you choose to embrace yourself fully. Imperfections and all, knowing that you are enough just as you are. As you continue to navigate this period of self-reflection and transformation, the importance of self-compassion cannot be overstated. It is one of the most powerful tools you have in overcoming the patterns of self-criticism that have plagued you for so long. For Virgos, who are naturally inclined to analyze and critique, the journey towards self-compassion might seem challenging at first. However, it is a necessary and healing shift that will allow you to embrace your authentic self with love and understanding. Self-compassion is not about excusing mistakes or avoiding responsibility. Rather, it's about acknowledging that you are human and that imperfection is an inherent part of the human experience. This shift in perspective allows you to approach yourself with kindness, rather than judgment. The idea that you must be perfect in everything you do can be exhausting, and it often leaves you feeling inadequate or unworthy, even when you've achieved great things. Self-compassion helps you let go of the relentless pursuit of flawlessness and instead, embrace your growth, progress, and capacity for learning. In practice, self-compassion means showing up for yourself in a gentle way, especially when you fall short of your expectations. When you make a mistake, instead of falling into the trap of harsh self-criticism, try to speak to yourself as you would a dear friend. Allow yourself the grace to stumble and know that these moments are not failures but opportunities for growth. By practicing self-compassion daily, you begin to shift the dialogue in your mind from one of criticism to one of encouragement, creating an internal environment where healing can take place. This practice of self-compassion is closely linked to another important aspect of your journey, the development of emotional resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from life's challenges and disappointments, and it is a quality that you, Virgo, have the capacity to cultivate in abundance. While you may sometimes feel overwhelmed by the weight of your responsibilities or the criticism you perceive from others, emotional resilience allows you to rise above those challenges and remain steadfast in your journey toward healing. Emotional resilience is built over time through self-awareness and intentional growth. It doesn't mean suppressing emotions or pretending that everything is fine when it's not. Rather, resilience involves acknowledging your feelings, processing them, and then using that experience to strengthen your emotional capacity for future challenges. For Virgos, who are often hyper-aware of their emotions and the emotions of others, learning to channel this sensitivity into resilience is key. It's about learning how to feel deeply without letting those feelings overwhelm or define you. Through self-compassion, you begin to accept that some days will be harder than others, and that's okay. You will not always feel strong or capable, but resilience is about showing up for yourself in the midst of those difficult days. It's about knowing that, despite setbacks, you have the ability to rise again. Resilience grows when you allow yourself to experience life's emotional highs and lows without judgment. It's about understanding that each challenge is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow stronger. The next step in this journey of self-growth involves deepening your connection with your intuition. As Virgos, you are naturally analytical and often rely on logic and reason to guide your decisions. However, your intuitive wisdom is just as important, if not more so, when it comes to navigating your personal and spiritual growth. Your intuition is the quiet voice that guides you from within, offering clarity and insight when you're unsure of the next step. By tapping into your intuition, you allow yourself to make decisions that feel aligned with your true self. rather than solely relying on external factors or the opinions of others. Intuition is a powerful tool that, when cultivated, can provide you with a sense of direction and peace, even during times of uncertainty. The practice of listening to your intuition is one of trust that the answers you seek are already within you. This doesn't mean dismissing logic or analysis, but rather balancing both aspects of your nature, the intellectual and the intuitive. When you listen to your intuition, you gain access to a deeper level of self-awareness. It helps you understand your needs, desires, and boundaries on a level that your analytical mind cannot always uncover. Your intuition speaks in subtle whispers, guiding you toward choices that feel authentic and fulfilling. Learning to trust these intuitive nudges will empower you to navigate your path with greater confidence and clarity. In your process of transformation, it's also essential to shift from a mindset of doing to a mindset of being. As a Virgo, you are often in constant motion, striving to accomplish tasks and meet the high standards you set for yourself. However, this relentless pursuit of productivity can lead to burnout and a sense of emptiness, especially if you're only focused on achieving external validation or meeting societal expectations. Shifting your focus from doing to being allows you to experience life more fully, without the pressure to constantly perform or prove your worth. Being present in the moment is a powerful practice that helps you reconnect with yourself on a deeper level. It allows you to appreciate the small, everyday moments that often go unnoticed in the hustle of life. This shift in perspective helps you cultivate inner peace, as you learn to simply exist without the pressure of needing to accomplish something every second of the day. Being in the moment also fosters mindfulness, which, as discussed earlier, is crucial in breaking free from the cycle of self-criticism. When you let go of the need to constantly do, you allow yourself to simply be, to be in the present, to be yourself, and to embrace the beauty of imperfection. This shift from doing to being is closely tied to the concept of self-acceptance. In a world that constantly pushes for more, Virgos often feel the need to prove their worth by doing more. However, true acceptance comes from understanding that you are worthy not because of what you accomplish, but because of who you are. Your inherent value doesn't come from meeting external expectations but from embracing your authentic self. When you embrace the practice of being, you stop measuring your worth based on external achievements and begin to see yourself as complete, just as you are. Finally, as you continue to embrace self-compassion, resilience, intuition, and self-acceptance, it's important to recognize the power of letting go. Holding on to past mistakes, regrets, or the fear of not being enough only weighs you down. Letting go of these negative beliefs and attachments is a crucial part of your healing process. It's about releasing the emotional baggage that no longer serves you and making space for new opportunities, growth, and peace. Letting go is not about forgetting or dismissing past experiences. It's about acknowledging them, learning from them, and then allowing yourself to move forward. The past does not define your future, and your worth is not tied to past mistakes or perceived failures. Letting go of the need to control every aspect of your life or fix every imperfection creates space for freedom and growth. When you let go of these old patterns and beliefs, you create room for new possibilities. You open yourself up to receive the abundance and opportunities that the universe has been waiting to offer you. By shedding these old layers of self-doubt, you allow yourself to step into a more vibrant and fulfilling future, one where you are free to embrace your imperfections and celebrate your unique journey. Each step of this process, from practicing self-compassion to releasing old attachments, is a vital part of the transformation you are undergoing. It's about evolving into the best version of yourself, one that is grounded in self-love, acceptance, and trust. The energy of the cosmos is urging you to embrace this journey, knowing that every moment of reflection, every act of self-compassion, and every step toward healing brings you closer to your true potential. As you move forward, you can trust that you are fully supported by the universe, and that the path you are walking is one that leads to greater peace, joy, and fulfillment. As we journey deeper into this transformative period, It's essential to recognize the role that your environment and external relationships play in shaping your experience. Virgo, you are a sign that naturally seeks to help others, to serve those around you, and to create harmony. But as much as your desire to assist others is rooted in compassion, it's equally important to acknowledge the energy that you allow into your life. The energy around you, whether positive or negative, can deeply influence how you feel about yourself and your place in the world.